Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dig In. Another episode of Dig In. Why am I doing an intro, man? Okay, let's forget the intro, forget me. The most important thing is the person I've come to see today. I've lived a long life, and it's very hard for me. My entire life, I've never had mentors. I've never had people who are like, these guys are going to talk to me or help me be a better man, a better human, or I learn from them and pick advice. It could be pride, or it could be none has lived to actually what I want, especially given what I was given. But the person I'm going to interview today, I would say, is the one person I look up to, the one person I admire. I'm always nervous around this guy, and one thing, every time I'm with him, I always learn something new. He's so unintentionally inspiring, unintentionally funny. He's like a father figure to me. And he has welcomed us to his lovely home. He has many children, but weirdly, when we're here, none of them are around. They cleared up the place because they know when he's here talking sense and talking English, they don't want anyone to interrupt him. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing you to me. What inspired you to become a videographer, and how did you get started in the field? For starters, I feel like your intro is lacking a bit. I feel like I've done more than the few things that you've mentioned, and I feel I'm a bit more than that. Of course. And you had enough time to pray. You knew who you were coming to interview. You know how important I am. Yes, and not just in the country, yes, but to you yourself and in your lousy life. Right. So you could have done better. Then also just jumping straight to the question. Hey, where's the hi? Where's the how are you? How are you, sir? How are you doing? Yeah. Moving on. I'm sorry. How I got started is that growing up, I was always the socially awkward kid. Not a big fan of starting conversations and getting to know each other. Even up to now, networking is still an issue. So I always preferred being in the background. Give me the camera. Let me be the one to tell the story for you. Now someone is going to be like, how you're too old. There are no cameras in your day. Cameras were always there, and we had films. So my excuse always was, I feel I'm the best person to tell this story. So let me step aside. Let me be the side, let me take pictures of you guys, and guess what, I still do that up to now. And that's how I earn a living. So yeah, that's how I got started. How would you describe your approach to creating video content? Our approach? So my approach to creating content is, first of all, is I always want to understand the two perspectives. And the first perspective is, what does the client want? The person who's shooting the video, what's your intention of creating the video, what message you want to put out there. And then I always put myself in the shoes of the person watching the video. Am I going to get what you are intending? So if I understand the both sides, and then now it comes down to the tools, the techniques of telling the story, and I plan accordingly to make sure that both the vision and the reception align and are always together. And then I'm a funny guy, so I always look for where can I add humor, where can I add this and that. Always to make it nice and fun. And content these days is good when you can rewatch it and watch it and rewatch it. So if someone can rewatch your thing more than once or twice, that means you've done a good job. You're so smart, man. What is our personal mantra when it comes to work, life, social affairs, and how has this evolved over time, if it has evolved? My personal mantra when it comes to work, I'm always fighting with Zaidi and John. Sorry, and George. Yeah, George. My personal mantra is, number one is no excuses. Yeah? Yep. Things have to get done. I had a long day yesterday, and this morning I had to give an excuse to the client. And this was I was like, this never happens to me, but he's very, very understanding. If anything, he's like, okay, understood. But I feel so bad that I did that, because my mind was like, no excuses. Work has to be done. If I made a promise, I told you tomorrow is going to happen. And the beauty of all this, the chaos and the madness, is that I have extreme insomnia. So I have more hours in a day than other people. I think I can push to like 20 hours a day, which gives me more time to get a lot of things done. That's my mantra, no excuses. That aside, it's also, nowadays I'm finding a word for it called extending grace. Extending grace, extending that to other people. So when it comes to personal life and it comes to work, my team know this. Sometimes I might be But when I see that they're overwhelmed with something, I'm always going to find a solution to help them do it very fast. And sometimes if it feels that I'm the one who has to step in and do it, I always do that. So just extending grace to the person next to you. That's in work, that's also in life in general. The world is hard enough, the sun is hot enough, the economy is bad enough. So why am I going to add again more negative energy into someone else's life? So yeah, I would say that's mine.
You're such a nice guy. How do you describe ourselves in 3 words? What traits or characteristics do you feel are most important to our success as a videographer?
Describe myself in, now this is going to be false, but how I used to describe myself back in the day was OMA. Anyone who knows me knows OMA. OMA stands for, so I put the words here as I say this, stands for one man alone. That's how I started off. I didn't have a team. I didn't have helpers, producers, directors. It was just one man alone. And I still have that even up to now. I'm always carrying. Actually, I have some pain from carrying things yesterday. Because I know I have the tripods for myself, the lights for myself, the cameras for myself. I'm the one asking the questions. I'm the one who is shooting. I'm the one who is handling the lighting. I'm the one, And though I'm not one man alone anymore, but what that now means is simply that whether rain, sunshine, or hail or snow is with what I have, I'm going to make sure work gets done.
Okay, good. What are some of our proudest moments in our career as a videographer, and why do these stand out? Why do they stand out from the others?
Proudest moments, I have quite a few, but what people would say as something big is to me, now I'm always going to pick the small ones because maybe they meant a lot to me. The first one is right now at Digimap, we've been able to, for this year, for the longest time, we're trying to figure out the technology in making what we do more immersive. That's the immersive tech. And I'm proud of the fact that we've been able to pull it off. So we have now the VR and AR elements, and still using videography, still using pictures, still using tech, and bringing all the two together. So I'm proud that that is pushing off, and it's happening now. If you follow our pages, you'll be able to see some of the clients we've done it for. But the other one, when it comes to videography, like in general and company aside, is one time I was training some people on how to do videos and stuff. And when we went to the field, we went to some government school in the village, and I told these guys, just get a story from here. And now everyone immediately went for these kids are in a government school, they're sad, they have no shoes, they have no what. So everyone was zooming in on the shoes. People were telling a kid, crying, eating a Porsche, everyone was like getting that. And then when I saw that happening, I made it as a lesson, and I shot a completely different story. So the next day when everyone was presenting, everyone had like a sad story, sad this, sad this, sad that. And when I shot the mine, I just saw eyes opening up, because people think people in the village know that they're in the village. They don't know that where they are is the village. What they know is that is life. They don't know Wi-Fi exists. They don't know 50, like my TV, the 70-inch TV exists. Don't laugh. They don't know those things exist. They don't know what. For them, their life is that my Porsche is my food. This grass is my pathway. This little hut is where my mom raised me, and hopefully I get to build one where I'll stay in with my wife. So for them, they don't have enough time to peep at other people's lives, peep into town and see how town life is. So they were having fun, they were having a good time. So I got a couple of kids, put them aside, played for them some music. I said, what's your favorite song? They liked the song, they started dancing and having fun. And I showed a completely different side. And I don't know how much impact that did, but I had a few people, and it was like a very big lesson for them. It's life happens everywhere. It's up to you to choose if I want to make this a sad story, I want to make this a happy story. And I would say that is like one of the proudest moments of my life.
You're so inspiring, man.
And that shows you how low the standards are for us, man. We need
I honestly feel you could have picked better moments. If you speak with anyone past or present, what would it be and why, and what would you say or ask this person?
First of all, John, that's I would say it's not a very good question.
Come on, John.
With, because who else would I rather talk to than you? Right? Yeah, talk to myself.
Yeah,
present. As we do every day. I don't want to talk to us from the past. We know how difficult that guy is.
I know we don't want to talk about
we try to avoid him.
Yeah.
But maybe pull into the future. Maybe pull 10, 20 years from now.
Billionaire Allan.
Are we still doing this?
What have we changed? Any approaches have changed? How does the future look like?
How many
so
kids
maybe
do we
I'll
have?
talk to myself in the present and also talk to myself in the future.
Who or what inspires you in your work as a videographer, and how do you stay motivated and engaged in your craft as the best videographer in Uganda?
Inspires me. Everyone who knows me knows I'm inspired by one of my favorite directors, Zack Snyder.
Always.
Yeah.
You
and
Zack Snyder.
why the more I get to know about him, the better and better I like him, and also the better I improve myself. His work is always big scale. It's big things. Every frame is like a painting. And recently I found out he actually started off as a painter. And everything he shoots, he always draws it. Now, you have seen how we draw. Zaidi, you can put some of our drawings here.
Don't.
On the screen of my
Zaidi,
notebook and take some pictures for the people to get some perspective. I can't draw
get it.
to save my children from being bombed by a suicide bomb. I can't do that. But what that has taught me is always like to put something down, draw my vision, understand it. And then always when I'm in the field, since I'm always OMA, one man alone in the field, it helps. Like I always look at the drawing and be like, okay, this is what I wanted, this is what I wanted. So yeah, I would say he's been one of the people I look up to, inspiration, and yeah. Him. Do you have any other?
I know, just that. Yeah, no, none. How do you balance creativity with practical considerations like budgets, timelines, and clients' needs?
Maria, I know Maria is watching this, and I apologize, but I don't see myself changing. People always call me the solutions guy. And by being solutions guy means I can work with any budget as long as I know the budget. Then I can always have a plan to figure it out. So I can shoot an ad with 500K, I can shoot an ad of 1 million, I can shoot an ad of 20 million, an ad of 100 million. So mine is always to look, like I said at the start, look at the resources I have and then figure out and find a solution around that. Me and Maria are always having fights because she's always complaining, don't go to the solution, first think and come up with other ideas. But me, I always listen to the first idea. If it makes sense, I try to figure out how am I going to do it, how am I going to make it work, and then I make it work. So that is me. I always look at the resources, and now with the resources are not going to hamper my creativity. No, I'm going to still approach it in the same creative way, but the question will always be, how can I pull it off? So if the goal was to show these guys having fun at the beach, I don't have the budget to take them to the beach, no, but I can recreate a conversation here that can talk about how it went down and what happened and make it so vivid that someone would actually feel that they're actually there at the beach. Yeah, so that's it. Okay. That's it. Those are all the.
I think we did the thing.
Came to my home. Took me. I was spending time with my kids and my dog, and this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
Thank you for coming.
A few questions.
Hopefully we don't get to do this again.
I hope not.
On the camera. Okay. Good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we did the thing. Thank you, Zaidi. Thank you everyone for watching.
Great. You can stop.
Thank you very much, Mr. Busby. You see, in our heads, he's Busby, I'm Allan. He's the smarter one. He's me, I'm just Allan, the humble guy. But yeah, thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for you guys as well for watching. Thank you for following Dig In, following Digimark, for loving what we do and the content we put out. We have done a couple of interviews when it comes to the Dig In. I think we've done Deborah, Ford, Baz, Maria. If there's anyone else you want me to interview, or if anyone else you want me to bring back, please go in the comments, like and share. And yeah, thank you. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully you are inspired by the man who inspires me.